What if I told you that every single time an angel appears in the Bible, the first thing it says is, "Do not be afraid." Every time, without exception. What does that tell you about what these things actually look like? What if the angels you've seen on greeting cards and Christmas ornaments have absolutely nothing to do with what the Bible actually describes? What if one of them has 4 faces, 4 wings, and rides beside a living wheel covered entirely in eyes that moves in any direction without turning? What if the most beautiful being ever created fell not because of weakness, but because of pure ego? And what if there are entities that have been awake since before recorded human history, covered in eyes on every surface of their bodies, screaming the same 3 words on a loop, and they have never once stopped? This is not the Sunday school version. This is what the Bible actually says angels are, and it goes places nobody warned you about. Gabriel. So who is the angel everyone has actually heard of? Gabriel. He's the most famous angel in the Bible, the one with the most speaking lines, and the one who delivers the 2 biggest announcements in the entire text. But forget the paintings. When Gabriel shows up in the book of Daniel, Daniel's reaction isn't to kneel in awe. He falls on his face and passes out cold from sheer terror. Gabriel literally has to physically touch him and haul him back to his feet. Then Gabriel shows up in the New Testament, first to Zechariah to announce the birth of John the Baptist, then to Mary to announce the birth of Jesus. Both times, he has to open with, "Do not be afraid." And Gabriel doesn't play games. When Zechariah doubts his message, Gabriel strikes him mute on the spot. It is the ultimate power move. He tells him, "You cannot speak again until my words come true." Gabriel is not soft. He is patient, precise, and he will absolutely bench you if you question him. Michael. If Gabriel is the messenger, who is the fighter? Michael. Michael is the only angel in the Bible explicitly called an archangel, and he is the one you call when there is actual fighting to be done. In the book of Daniel, we find out that Michael is a great prince engaged in a relentless, invisible war, fighting against the spiritual princes of Persia and Greece in a dimension humans cannot see. Right now, while you are watching this. In the book of Revelation, Michael leads an army of angels in open war against the dragon, Satan, and his forces. And he wins. Michael throws Satan out of heaven entirely. But here is his coldest moment. In the letter of Jude, when Michael is disputing with the devil over the body of Moses, he doesn't even bother to curse him out. He simply says, "The Lord rebuke you." That is the angel equivalent of, "I don't even need to handle this personally." Michael is the general, the protector, the one who shows up when the situation has escalated far beyond diplomacy. Lucifer. But wait, before Satan was Satan, what was he? Before the fall, before the rebellion, who was Lucifer? The book of Ezekiel describes him as the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. He was covered in every precious stone imaginable, a guardian cherub who walked among the fiery stones on the holy mountain of God. Then Isaiah describes the moment it all collapsed. "How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn." He was cast to earth because pride entered him. He looked at everything he was, the most capable, the most beautiful, the closest to the throne, and decided he deserved to be higher than God. That one decision cost him everything. The most extraordinary being in creation was brought down not by weakness, but by the belief that he deserved more than he had been given. He is not a red guy with a pitchfork. He is the most catastrophic case of ego in the history of existence. And he used to be one of them. The seraphim. So what do the angels closest to God actually look like? Look at Isaiah chapter 6. The prophet Isaiah gets a vision of God's throne room, and surrounding the throne are the seraphim. The word literally translates to the burning ones. Each one has 6 wings, 2 to cover their face, 2 to cover their feet, and 2 for flying. They scream out to each other in voices so loud that the doorposts of the temple literally shake and the room fills with thick smoke. Isaiah's immediate reaction isn't inspiration, it's horror. He screams, "I am ruined." He legitimately assumes he is about to die just from being in the same room as them. Then, one of the seraphim flies to him, holding a burning coal taken directly from the altar with a pair of tongs, and presses it directly to Isaiah's lips to cleanse him. The seraphim are not decorative. They are forces of nature that happen to have opinions. The cherubim. Here is the one that will genuinely ruin your childhood. What do you think of when you hear the word cherub? A tiny, chubby baby angel with small wings on a Valentine's card, right? That is a lie. In Genesis, after Adam and Eve are expelled from Eden, God places cherubim at the entrance with a flaming sword that turns in every direction just to keep humanity out. But Ezekiel chapter 1 describes them in detail so strange that theologians have been arguing about it for centuries. Each cherub has 4 faces: the face of a human, a lion, an ox, and an eagle. They have 4 wings, straight legs with hooves that gleam like burnished bronze, and human hands hidden under their wings. And right beside each cherub is a ophon, a wheel within a wheel, covered entirely in eyes that moves in any direction without turning. The wheels are alive. Wherever the cherubim go, the wheels go. When Ezekiel looks at this, he writes that it was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of God. He has to use 3 layers of uncertainty because human language literally ran out of vocabulary. Those are the cherubs. Still want to put one on a greeting card? The angel of the Lord. Here is a mystery the Bible raises and never fully answers. Throughout the Old Testament, a figure appears called simply the angel of the Lord. And this figure does things angels are legally not supposed to be able to do. When Hagar is dying in the desert, this angel finds her and says, "I will multiply your offspring." Not God will, I will. When Moses encounters the burning bush, the text says the angel of the Lord appeared in the flame. But a second later, it says God spoke to him from the bush. They are treated as the exact same figure. When Gideon realizes he's been talking to this angel, he panics because he thinks he's going to die from seeing God face to face. So who is this? Many theologians argue this is a theophany, a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus Christ taking a physical form before his actual birth. Others argue it's a messenger operating with ultimate divine authority. The text never clarifies. The angel of the Lord shows up, acts like God, and leaves without explanation. The 4 living creatures. And now, the one that will make you sit in silence for a second. Revelation chapter 4. Around God's throne are the 4 living creatures. One looks like a lion, one like an ox, one has a human face, and one is like a flying eagle. Each one has 6 wings, and they are covered in eyes, front, back, and even under their wings, so that nothing can approach from any direction unseen. And day and night, without a single pause since the dawn of creation, they repeat, "Holy, holy, holy, Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come." They never stop. They are saying it right now. They were saying it before humanity existed, and they will be saying it after everything you know is gone. The idea of multi-winged beings covered in hundreds of blinking eyes, repeating a 3-word loop for eternity, is either the most unsettling thing in ancient literature or the most committed. They are the innermost ring around the divine throne, the last thing between the universe and whatever is at the absolute center of reality. Unnamed angels. But here is what everyone overlooks. Not every angel gets a terrifying description. Some just show up and quietly do the job. An angel shuts the mouths of the lions when Daniel is thrown into the pit. An angel appears to the prophet Elijah when he is depressed in the desert, touches him gently, and just leaves him some bread and water, saying, "Get up and eat, because the journey is too great for you." No theology, no terrifying wheels, just practical care. An angel rolls the stone away from Jesus' tomb, and the guards pass out from the shock. An angel breaks Peter out of a maximum security prison while he's sleeping, makes his chains fall off, and walks him right past the guards. Peter literally thinks he's having a dream until he feels the cold night air on his face. The unnamed angels are the ones doing the heavy lifting. In a book full of named heroes, the angels without names get the most important jobs of all. So after all of that, the burning ones, the living wheels of eyes, the cosmic generals, the beautiful rebel, and the unnamed guardians, what actually is an angel? The Bible doesn't give us a clean, clinical definition. It just gives us encounters.